Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. and Mrs. Gaming here. I am Shiji, and of course, I'm here with Insane Waya. And today, you guys are watching the Lord of Crag's quest, which is they fight against Titan, a primal, and he is part of the main quest. He's a big, rocky dude, and basically you're fighting him on a not small, but it's a platform. And we're going to go through some tips on how to defeat this big guy. So Ray, why don't you take it away on the first things that you kind of need to remember when going into it.
Well, first thing I want to say is I had a lot of problems with this at first because I was doing it I'm been not at the front, but like a little bit ahead of most people with this, and pretty much everybody that was doing it at the time didn't know what they were doing, and it's definitely hard if you don't know what you're doing. So I definitely would say to follow what I'm going to tell you, because if you don't and you try to do it from a learning experience, it might take you a couple of tries, if not, half of the time to get this done. So, the first thing I would say is make sure you get Stone Skin and Protect if you have a White Mage. And if you don't, I don't know if, what's it called? Scholars get Stone Skin, but either way it goes, you want to try to get that because he has this AoE attack that he does regularly. And the Stone Skin will block that first one, so it will make the healer's job a little easier if you get that on you first. For the first, I'd say about 30 seconds of the fight.
Yeah.
So you get that, you get Protect, pretty basic, then you start off, you gotta get your tank in there and all that, and it starts off pretty simple at first, until you get to the point where you have to take out his heart. You'll get to a point, and when you start taking out his heart, a lot more dynamic stuff's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get trapped in some sort of rock. In that rock, it's not, you can't attack. In Brayflock's Flop or whatever it's called, there's one where you get stuck in a bubble from one of the mini bosses in that dungeon. And in that, you can still attack as the person's trapped inside. Here, you cannot attack. You cannot try to break the bubble. You cannot attack the boss. You can't do anything. So if you're a DPS, the first thing you want to do is try to break that. That's your job. Switch out of whatever else you're doing and try to get that. Preferably the tank would want to switch to that too. If the healer has any free time, throw a few things on it. You want to get that person free immediately. And as soon as you take the heart down, I believe he does a huge attack, takes out like half of your health roughly. So you don't want to be hurt when he does that. If you are, you want to get healed up instantly. As soon as that's done, you're going to need to have your healer heal all of you. You got to have him do Medica and just slowly get back in the groove of things. And this is where it starts getting hard. Pretty much everybody pretty much I've did this with before I actually got it could get to that point. There's one other little thing I forgot to mention. He does this little thing where he takes off part of the platform that you're on, so don't go past the red. If you go past the red, you will fall off and die, and you can't even be revived then because you're all the way down at the bottom of this huge pit. But try to get as close to the edge as possible, because the further out you are, the less you will get hurt.
Okay.
So now you got the heart, you're used to these dynamics, but now is where it starts getting harder. These boulders are still going to come, they're still going to trap people. You're just fighting him, but now he does more weight of the land, which is a little circular attack that comes around and can hurt you pretty badly, actually. The only person who can really survive that without getting
It's an AoE. It's an AoE attack.
The only person that can really get hit by that and not get hurt a shit ton is the tank. Besides that, he also did this one a bit earlier, but I forget what it's called. It's like a landslide or something, where if you get hit by that and you're close enough to the edge, it will push you off as well. But he'll do a mix. Yeah,
he does a bunch of attacks. There's the basic one, with the red zone of cone attack, which is the rock buster. Just simple, just avoid it kind of thing.
Yeah, that one's really simple.
Yeah, I think the one I don't know which one you're talking about, but there was one called Tumult. I can't pronounce it. That's also an AoE, but it hits everybody basically. I think that's one of the ones that you covered as well.
Yeah, isn't that the one where the sides fall off, I believe?
No.
I don't remember. Oh, wait, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, where
yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do that constantly.
That is the Geo Crush is the one that that basically there will be. That's when he jumps up in the air. All of a sudden, on the perimeter of the circle, the platform that you're on, starts going red. Try to get, Ray was saying, get as close as you can to the red without actually being in the red. That way you can not get as hurt as much, but not fall off at the same time.
Yeah, also, if you were a Thermitor at this point, you should have Black Mage unlocked. You want to do
You should.
Arcanist to level 4, just so you can get Psychic and heal yourself up a little bit. It takes a little bit of pressure off the healer, because it's very huge for your healer to do a good job. I don't know if I should say that, but I think they are the prime. They are the most important person for this. If you don't have a good healer, you will not be able to do this.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna get hurt, and like Ray said, there is an attack where basically half your health goes out.
Yeah. So I mean,
Everybody, most part.
So now that you've done that, you're gonna have all that. You're gonna have a combination towards the end, which this is about, I think, a little less than half of his health now, probably somewhere around 40%. He's
Yeah.
gonna be doing a mixture between trapping people in the stones, way of the land, or way of the world, or something like that, and
Way of the land.
landslide. He's gonna be doing a mixture between all that and this general AOE where he stomps on the ground. Except before he would stomp on the ground once, everyone would get hurt for like 150, 200, something like that. But now he'll do it like 3 times in a row. So now all of a sudden you're getting hurt for like 400, 450, somewhere around there, and it starts becoming a lot harder. So now you need to start dodging as much as you can. Don't group up together during that point, because when he does do Way of the Land, if you all group up, he will put one on that area for every person there, and if one person doesn't dodge, they'll be insta-killed.
Yeah.
So try not to do that, and basically at this point you just want to free people as quickly as possible, dodge everything you can, and just take them down, because it's definitely the most challenging part, but if you can do all that, it isn't too hard, I should say.
No. I only went, Ray, like he said earlier, he went through it a few times, but because he knew what he was doing, I only had to go through it once. And as long as you, again, if you have people that you know who knows how to do it, you should be fine. It's not too, the mechanics of it isn't as hard as other instances, I'll just say that. It's just basic, kill it before it kills you.
Pretty much. I mean, the hardest part of it was when I was first doing it was nobody really knew what was going on with this one. People were wondering why that AoE where he stomps on the ground, they're like, can you dodge that? What can you do? People would sometimes go a little too far into the red and they'd fall off. People wouldn't dodge landslide fast enough. But once you get used to it for a little bit, you start doing it correctly, and then it starts becoming it's not a hard fight at all if you do everything correctly and if you pay full attention.
And if you're like, a gladiator, or at this point should be a paladin, and I think you said Arcanist or a Black Mage that knows how to do heal. If you guys know how to do heal, you need to use it on yourself as well. As a Dragoon, I don't think there is any for us, as far as I know. I haven't actually looked into it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're just good luck. Just hack and slash away.
Yeah, I mean, the huge thing, if you can, is as a Black Mage, just get that Arcanist to level 4. It's not hard. It's just level 4.
No.
So if you can do that, you can heal yourself. I mean, in worst case scenario, you can go and start healing somebody else as well. But if you at least heal yourself, you're taking some of the pressure off of that mage, and make sure they know ahead of time that you can heal yourself. And that, preferably if you can't have communication between everybody in the party, then it will be extremely easy, to be honest. It won't be that hard at all. But if you can't do that, try to say in the chat before you start, hey, I have ability to heal myself. And Black Mages actually do have pretty good heal abilities, not too bad. So just try to do that. The only time I would say don't take time to heal yourself is during the heart, because you do have a limited amount of time. And if you don't get that, just like Ifrit with the key, I think it was, or something, you will die instantly. So if you don't get that done, you will die right away. No chance of survival for anybody. So
Yeah.
all around, it's a pretty simple fight. It's just, if you don't know what you're doing, it's extremely hard then. So just use all these tips and you should be able to get it without an issue. Hard mode is a completely different story. I haven't done that yet though, but I've heard that it's a lot more difficult. So
It is hard mode, so.
well, yeah, but you gotta get those relic weapons.
So, if you guys have any other tips, go ahead, or any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you have yet to subscribe to our channel, leave a subscribe, because we love subscribers. We love every single one of you.
Come on,
Right,
now
Ray?
we're like pedophiles.
To all those over the age of 18, we love every single one of you.
Okay, that's better. Okay, I can deal with that at least.
Alright, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.